Okay, so I've really enjoyed doing live feeds on YouTube, but unfortunately something is happening and I can't do live feeds anymore. I don't know if it's my device, it's our connection, or if it's YouTube itself. But unfortunately the past couple weeks I've gone on to do live feed videos, and I'm on for an hour and a half to 2 hours, and I find out that 3 minutes into the live feed it's been cut off. And so I think, I think that people who want to watch me, who want to have a studio mate in another state, are there, and it turns out they're not, and it's been really frustrating and upsetting, and I can't seem to fix the issue or find a way to resolve it. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do. I may have to go back to Periscope because I really enjoy doing these live videos, and the idea of the studio mate in another state. The thing that I really enjoy about it is making myself vulnerable. I love vulnerability. I love it in these videos where I kind of ramble and I shoot off in another direction. I forget what I'm saying and I look like an idiot, and it's kind of ridiculous and it's funny at the same time, and it cracks me up, and that's the best part for me, is that I'm cracking myself up with just my ridiculousness. But, so anyway, I will try again. I'm going to keep trying. But until then, we'll just do this kind of thing. Now behind me is whatever that meant. We'll just keep making these little videos until I can figure out some way to live feed on YouTube again. Anyway, behind me is Alopecia, and I've talked about her in many, many videos lately, and the painting of her. And I've been really happy with her, and then I've been disappointed, and then I've been frustrated, and I've been happy again and proud of her, and then I hate her again. Not Alopecia herself, just my image of her. I'm laying on my couch the other night watching Netflix in total frustration and upset because I had readjusted Ruby Bridges, her eyes. They were bothering me. And so I readjusted by adding a real white to an outer corner of her eye, which in the reference material is correct. And I've been talking about listening to the reference material a lot lately. Really listening, really paying attention, and not imposing my will on the reference material or the subject, but listening to what the subject has to say, what the reference material is trying to tell me to do. So, brilliant little me kept trying with this little strike of white, and I've been doing this for months now, this little strike of white over here, which she has in her eye. It adjusts her iris correctly, but it wasn't working in my painting. She went from, I'm looking at her right now out of the corner of my eye, but she went from a painting I sort of liked, to a painting I hated, to then a painting I could be proud of, to then this ridiculous cartoon of an African American girl. And that's really difficult for me. I never want to appear like I'm mocking Ruby, Allie, Wadez, or Maggie, or anyone, Lauren Mitchell, anyone I painted. I never want to appear to be mocking them. I never want a viewer to look at it and think, yeah, no, not quite, and what's the underlying message here? That you're a bad painter, you can't quite get it right, or you're making fun of this person. So believe me, when I say I agonize sometimes over a subject, I agonize. I can't sleep. I'll look at it in different directions. I'll have it up and around the room in all different lighting, at all different lengths, so that I make sure the message or messages that I would like to convey, that the reference material would like to convey, that the person would like to convey, are there. And that the painting is open for a conversation with the viewer, a back and forth. But a small detail like this, the light hitting the white of her eye in the wrong place, can convey the absolute wrong message and change the conversation to something of total and complete negativity and negative feeling between the subject and the viewer. And that's not the conversation that I want to have. I have certain goals for my paintings, and they're long-term goals. And this painting, my Ruby Bridges painting, may not make it through, the next 5 years, may end up being destroyed, may have something happen to it, or it could be, I could be like Alice Neal, and at 60, all of a sudden I'm in the arts and letters, in New York, and being inducted, or it could be nothing, or, it could end up being something important. You just never know. My goals are for, me to be great, and be in museums and highly collected and blah blah, which my collectors get, thank God, but blah blah. But that one painting with the one wrong helicopter, one wrong line can destroy all the work. That one little, okay, it's not quite right, but this will do. I'm going to pretend this will do, can destroy the entire portfolio. So we don't want that. So I've erased the white line. She's sitting over to the side. I'm trying not to obsess over her any further. I did get her to pop. I readjusted some of her jacket and arms, and I'm trying to leave her alone so we don't make any more mistakes. But now, back to the couch. The other night I was laying on the couch and I was looking at alopecia. And as you may have seen in the last 50 videos I've made of this painting, alopecia has been in vinyl or some type of shiny material with white highlights throughout, where light is hitting her shoulders, light is hitting her chest, her tummy, her cortis thing. But I was going from light blues to dark blues and blacks and browns to white. And it is such an amateurish mistake, and I couldn't figure out why it wasn't right. Why? The reference material was telling me white, 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 white. But what I wasn't hearing, which is a basic painting technique, is it can't go from dark to light immediately. The painter needs to apply the in-between stages. So I had to go from like a medium lightish blue, how do I want to say this? Yeah, I couldn't go from blackish blue to electric blue to white white. I had to apply a lighter electric blue. And it sounds so ridiculous. So basic. So basic. But I wasn't allowing the light to expose itself to the viewer in proper gradations. That's what I'm trying to say here. So now I'm going back through, I've darkened my white whites, I've put in a lighter electric blue, and then I'm going to go over it with my white swipes. One thing people like about my paintings are the abstract shapes I make within the darks and the lights. And I wasn't paying attention to that. I wasn't paying attention to one of the things that makes me, my artwork, mine, and not someone else's. And that was unfortunate, because that's been kind of a waste of several months. Now what I'm finding is, now that I've added the blues, the light blues, I've added darker whites in other areas, something like that, she's starting to pull together in the correct way. Not in the, this will do, it'll be fine way. Not in the, no one will notice if this is off way. Because they will. The viewer will feel it. The viewer will feel it. In their heart, in their soul, in their mind, if they're paying attention at all. And I'm hoping they are. Anyway, I'm going to get her done today. Okay, I said this weeks in a row. I'm going to try and get her done today. Oh, the other fabulous thing is realizing what I was doing wrong by imposing my will on Ruby Bridges, realizing that imposing all stark whites on Allie has helped me to start readjusting Maggie. Super excited about that, because then Maggie, the lessons I learned from Maggie are going to transfer over to my portrait of Lauren Mitchell, the blues soul singer here in Sarasota that I'm doing a portrait of. And so one connects to another, connects to another, connects to another, and transfers throughout the entire portfolio. And that is why one bad line can decimate an artist's artwork, in my feeling. Decimate the entire portfolio. This says, I'm not paying attention, I don't care. I'm not paying attention, I don't care. It just keeps transferring. So readjust, readjust, readjust. That's it. I'm going to spend today readjusting. That is after I mow the lawn. All right, ciao.